Welcome to Sims Playhouse Presents the monthly build. We're looking at August 2018 and we're looking at beach life. This is your girl Janae, and this is the floor plan that I used to do this build. Now before we go any further, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your notifications so you can be notified when next I put up another video, and go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hopefully you do like what you see today. Now this is my first attempt at a speed build for you guys. I will say that I usually do my builds. It usually takes me 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 200 days. It takes me a long time to build a house. It really does. And especially if I have to go like off the cuff, it's even longer. But this time I've used a floor plan that I got off Pinterest, guys. That's like my favorite place to get floor plans and ideas as to what to build. And in this particular build, I have not just the floor plan, but I also have furniture layout. So that really helped a big bunch. It still took me quite a few days to actually complete this build because this particular floor plan included a basement level, which they did not include in the plans that they uploaded to the interwebs. So I was flying blind with what I was going to do down there. And of course, I have a humongous collection, you would say, of custom content, and as such, sometimes finding the specific items that I'm looking for can take some time, just by virtue of the amount of stuff that has to be sorted through. And then sometimes I find myself looking for something that I should have in game, and only to find out I don't have it because I saw it and I did not download it, or I downloaded it and did not unzip the file and I forgot and I need it in the game. Or in the case of this particular build, some things I looked for and I had to cut forward in some of these things because, well, let's just say some creators, they tag certain furniture items as one thing when they can be something else. And a lot of times you're looking for them in one category and that's not the category that they're in. So I had to go, open up Sims 4 Studio and try to find it there, try to figure out where it is so that I can know where to look for it in the game. And sometimes I recategorize. It's a long, arduous task, but these things can take a lot of time to, get the house the way I want it to look. So this particular speed build, it's going to be about 2, maybe 3 videos to get everything up here because of the amount of things that I had to do and the amount of work that I had to put in. And I tried to speed it up and not have it going too fast and too crazy for those who, can't look at the speed build videos because they're spinning around too fast and whatnot. I do have problems with that too. But basically right now I have already sort of laid out the basic floor plan. I'm going to readjust the patio in the back and the front porch is going to be readjusted. A lot of the rooms are going to be readjusted as far as size, but this was like, the initial let me get this down and see how I can make this work type of setting. That's where I'm at right now. I'm in the let me try to figure this out mode. So I'm readjusting a lot of rooms and readjusting walls, and because I had this little fancy little triangular wall here, this one gave me a little bit of issue getting it to just lay right because with the Sims 4 building, if you don't delete the floors the right way, you can't get certain things taken out, and you have to it's tiresome sometimes. And I admire the other builders out there that do really well and do all these fancy footworks and stuff like that. I admire you guys, and when I tell you hats off, I mean hats off to you guys in a major way. I'm still learning as far as building is concerned. I mean I've been playing Sims 4 since it came out, okay, so from launch day. So one thing I will say that I love about The Sims 4 is build mode. It really makes building a whole lot easier than any of the other iterations of the Sims franchise. I mean, I thought they outdid themselves in Sims 3 when they brought out blueprints, but baby, with The Sims 4, with the ability to copy and paste rooms, you can actually relocate a room, not just a bunch of walls. You know, you build a house somewhere, sometimes when you put a room one spot, a bedroom somewhere, and then later on you have to, you have to add on because you had like 200 extra kids that you weren't planning on having when you first built the house. You built a starter home and find yourself, couple sim years later with like 5 kids because the game decided to play a trick on you and gave you quintuplets, your very first pregnancy when you were only planning on having one baby. Sorry, forgive me. But when things like that happen and you have to suddenly add on extra rooms, this Sims 4 is perfect for that. It allows you to literally just rearrange your rooms and get them where you like it and keep things more or less uniformed, more or less. Okay, so guys, forgive me. I literally spent quite a few hours. I think I even skipped forward some of these here where I'm trying to find the right flooring. For me, normally finding flooring is not a problem. It's just the siding, for when you have a raised platform, getting it just right. And because I tried as much as possible, as you guys will see, to match everything with the floor plan that I was using, this was probably one of the hardest builds I've actually had to do using floor plans. I usually find really easy, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, studio, cabin type houses where they don't take up a whole lot of land or a whole lot of, real estate in terms of actually building the house and stuff like that. And it's usually really easy to get the layout just right. This one, I challenged myself. And what can I say? Challenge accepted or something. Because of the way that we can place windows and such here, my windows were not. I did change the layout of these windows eventually. They're not exactly 100% identical to the layout in the game and the floor plan, but they were close. And again, I do use a lot of custom content, and sometimes I have to use custom content because the base game or the in-game stuff, they don't necessarily give me the luxuries or the things that I want to use for the game, However, sometimes even with the custom content ones, there are still some minor limitations in terms of what you can get done. I cannot recall, and I thought I skipped past some of this, what was happening, why it took me so long to figure out what I was doing there. I think I got distracted with something. That tends to happen a lot when I'm building as well, which probably could explain why it takes me so long to build a house. I'm very easily distracted. I was telling somebody the other day that when I'm playing, I'm downstairs, I'm chilling with my family, playing with the dog, watching a movie, watching a TV show, I'm cooking, I'm doing laundry, I'm just doing everything. I'm your regular schmegular girl, just playing Sims and, doing a lot of stuff. And I say regular schmegular girl, but I'm not really a girl. I'm kind of a grown-up sometimes when need to be. So sometimes adulting comes in and says, hey, we need you to adult. No more playing video games or whatever the case may be, so that tends to come in the way, and I use that term very loosely. I will never say that my husband and my family are a nuisance or a problem. I love them very much, and there's nothing that I would not do for them. However, sometimes I have to stop doing my game, doing what I want to do or what I like to do to ensure that, the family is taken care of. Family first. And anyone else who's out there, if you guys play or whatever, I'm sure you guys understand the importance of taking care of your family even when you play, So this is some of those things that we have to do, you know, as adults, as humans, as people, just taking care of family. And I ramble. Please forgive me. Or not. I mean, you don't have to. I'm just rearranging walls. And again, this is the beauty, like I said, the beauty as well as the biggest problem I have with it. But it's only because sometimes I get frustrated with what I'm doing. But the beauty of building in The Sims 4 is that you can literally just move a wall so much easier, you know, rearrange things and get things done and move walls, move the whole house around on a lot. It's just like beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful what you can do. So in this particular video, we will be doing, I believe, by the end of this particular video, I have completed most of the exterior work. And by that I mean, you know, the main floor plan. I think I started doing some of the interior furnishings and such, but I've done most of the exterior, most of the tweaking, as it were, in terms of getting the walls and the floor plan done. The basement, I don't even get to the basement to record it. I will tell you guys right now, that is, you're not going to see the basement work. It's just, you'll see the final pictures. I promise I'll get you guys the final pictures on that. The basement alone took me an entire day just to do that, and it took a lot of searching and trying to find custom content. And it turned out that all the time that I thought, and I spent hours, I promise you, hours working on the basement, and it turned out that my computer was not recording. My software program was not recording. I accidentally forgot to hit record when I was working on the basement. So unfortunately, we're going to just skip past and get to the pictures, and you'll see all of that at the end of the last video. But this particular video, the first part, it's mainly getting all of the exterior work. Well, by exterior work, I mean the walls, the roofs, trying to get the flooring taken care of, and trying to choose those basic things. The landscaping, that was done the same day with the basement, so that unfortunately I wasn't able to get that recorded. But you guys should thank your lucky stars, because that takes a lot of time for me to do as well. I am horrible at landscaping. But you know, the good news is that with this particular lot, it's a small lot. I mean, I believe it's a 30 by 20 lot in Brindleton Bay, and this is a beautiful lot. You guys will see the pictures later on. The views are absolutely gorgeous, and I have never actually played this lot before, but I found it, and I thought it would be absolutely beautiful for the views and everything, you know, out the great windows. So look at those boats back there. The water right there is absolutely beautiful. It's just peaceful. It's serene. It's like, I want to move there and be right there, sitting on the back porch, sipping on some mimosas or something, reading a good book, you know, just relaxing, just chilling. Or on a rainy day, sitting in the living room, you know, fireplace and a good book. I mean, what else could a person want to do with that? It's just absolutely stunning, the views out here. So it just made it absolutely, I mean, if you guys, of course I will show you guys a little bit more of the pictures of the actual inspiration for this. And given the inspiration pictures, it made absolute sense to put it in this particular lot. The lot is called Tales End. If you want to know which lot it is specifically that I used. And of course, you know, this is another one of those moments when I got distracted with something. I don't know. I believe somebody asked me something on Facebook and I went to answer it and forgot that I was doing this. That tends to happen a lot when I'm building as well. I'm telling you, the distractions are everywhere is a distraction. But, you know, distractions are good. It keeps your mind coming back at the project and keeps you fresh. So you look at everything with fresh eyes at each time, and you can see areas that you can improve or fix or change. And this goes not just for playing games, not just for building, but just life in general. You know, for me, Sims used to be my distraction. It used to be my getaway from life. Now it's almost all consuming. And that's a good thing. I love The Sims, so don't think that I'm complaining about The Sims at all. I'm not. I absolutely love them. But that's just what I had to do with for me, you know. So as you can see, we've skipped ahead. I've got the flooring taken care of because it took me a while to get the flooring just right. And that one wardrobe there, that was during the time when I was searching for a particular closet set that I could not find. And that was if I don't see what I'm looking for, I'll probably use this in the build. But then I ended up going with something else completely. This was after I spent hours searching for what I was looking for and didn't find it in the game, and then came out and went in. Yes, it was a long, crazy thing. Had to call in the cavalry to see if they could help me find it. And when I found it, realized that it wasn't what I was looking for. And when I did find something else that I was looking for, it was not in the category that I was looking for it in. You know, that crazy round around, what do you call that? Circle of insanity type situation. You know, the hole in the bucket theory. Yeah, it was one of those things was going on. So then I decided to stay outside because I was looking for some flooring, the cabinets, you know, some wood type cabinets, but I wanted them to somehow kind of match somewhat what I had, the flooring out there on the deck. And I changed my mind and I went with something not quite the same color scheme. I ended up with the one on the right there. I really like that set. I believe that is one of those Mixum set, I believe. I can't recall. I'll have to check it. I have so much custom content in here, guys. It's kind of hard to tell which is which. But going in, trying to find the right windows to do what I needed to do, and, you know, to have the right look. It's all about having the right look, because you see, in my plans, they didn't tell me exactly which window to go with there. You know, a lot of this had to be what do you think you want to go with, you know. And again, with the sinks, I love both of those sink styles. I absolutely do. So the question is always, which one do I go with? And which stove do I go with? Well, yeah, I kind of went with something a little bit not traditional. I believe that's one of those Simcredible, is it? I think, I don't know. I can't remember. There are so many of them that I use. But again, you know, you have to kind of tweak your cupboards around, make them fit where you want them, you know. A lot of times, it's a lot of like juggling countertops. That's what it is. Yes, you juggle countertops and cabinets and refrigerators, and you juggle a lot of things to make them fit in the workspace that you're working with. Yep, that's pretty much it. And then you start off with one thing and then you change your mind at the last minute because it just didn't go with what you were looking to go with originally. Yeah, that's the story of my life. There it is. I'm trying to accomplish something that I'm supposed to have, and at the last minute, I remembered, you know what? Let's do it this way instead. Because I know I do have a set that can allow me to do this, but I don't remember where it is. And I was not going to try to figure it out. I was not trying to spend all my time trying to figure it out. So we went with this. I rigged it and got what I wanted at the end. I sure did. I'm quite pleased with the final result. I promise you, it's going to make sense, you know, eventually. I promise you guys it will. You know, I had to tweak a couple things back and forth here and there, but I promise you guys it will make sense in the end. That I can promise. Maybe. Yeah, this is what I go through with my cabinets as well. You start with one set and you have to switch it up and you go to another one and then you go to another and you're not sure if that's the one you want to work with, but you have to find something that will work with what you're trying to do. Yeah. Kitchens are, they're fun to work with, they're fun to do, and I have a lot of stuff that I can use with them, but finding all the right things and working with them, it can be a challenge. Well, unfortunately, I'm close to the end of this particular video, but again, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can find out when I upload part 2 to this monthly build, The Beach Life. Dag. If you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.